day, hundreds of innocent young boys and girls become part of a cell. Many of them run away from home to escape being beaten by drunken fellows. Some of them are separated from their loved ones under tragic circumstances. And some of them run away from home just to enjoy the thrill of freedom. But most of them, if not all, end up on the streets, practicals or beggars. They end up at eateries or garages. Some of them end up in hospitals. Today, Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be sharing with you the story of a lucky young man. He's the one who got away. Amit Madhava was a quiet, shy and reticent 11-year-old. He lived with his parents and younger sister Rashmi at Yelahanka, a suburb of Bangalore. His uneventful life was thrown into chaos when on the 10th of December 1989, his father met with an accident. In spite of being hit head-on by a lorry, his father survived. He was rushed to hospital, St. John's Hospital in Kolkata, where he was admitted. Amit's mother soon found it difficult to manage both a hospitalized husband and the two children. In order to relieve her of her tension, Amit's uncle came in from their native place to take the children to their grandparents' house. It was the 20th of December. At 8 p.m., on a new moon night, Amit's mother bid adieu to the children and their uncle at Kodmangala bus stop. They were in bus number 171, which was going to Majestic bus stand. There they had to catch the 10 p.m. KSRTC bus to Mangalore. Amit was sitting near the rear end of the bus. As the bus approached Majestic, it stopped at a traffic signal. In his excitement, Amit got down from the bus. Almost immediately, the signal turned green and the bus moved away. Amit could only watch with shock and horror as the bus moved ahead with his sister and uncle inside. Amit was alone. He was in a strange place surrounded by strangers. Though there were street lights, he felt he was inside a cocoon. Above the din of the crowd, he could hear his heart beat wildly. In a state of shock, he decided to go to the terminus of route number 171. He crossed the road gingerly and waited at the platform. The bus in which they had arrived was there, but his uncle and sister were nowhere in sight. After a few minutes, he thought of going to the KSRTC bus stand and waiting there. So he made his way there. He sat down on the bench on the platform and waited and waited and waited. But there was no familiar face. About 20 minutes later, he noticed two suspicious-looking men with mustaches and beards approaching him with grief. All of a sudden, his mind was filled with horror stories. His mother had only told him about children being kidnapped and forced to beg on the street. But here he was, seeing this experience in the eye. He collected his thoughts and decided that he had to get away from them. Just as the men were about to sit down on the bench on either side of him, he got up and walked away. He didn't look back. He crossed the road and went to the terminus of the 171 bus stand. It was 10 p.m. now, and Amit was still alone. The last bus was waiting. He got inside the bus and sat down at the vacant window seat. The bus started filling up with passengers. and the conductor started issuing tickets from the front. Suddenly, the realization dawned upon Amit that he didn't have any money on him. In desperation, he turned to the person sitting beside him and begged him for a rupee, just 1 rupee. But his pleas fell on deaf ears. The conductor was approaching him. Amit just closed his eyes and pretended to be asleep. Miraculously, the conductor issued tickets to everyone around Amit, but didn't seem to show. After a few minutes, the bus left Majestic, and half an hour later, Amit got out at the St. John's stop in Coromandel. He walked up to the 5th floor of the hospital and broke his tail to his shocked there. Ladies and gentlemen, to this day, Amit does not have an explanation for the events of the night of 20th of December 1989. He does not know what made him get down from the bus at the traffic signal. He does not know what made him get up and walk away from those two strangers. He does not know why the conductor missed giving him a ticket. But he does know that things could have been radically different. He knows that he would not have been alive today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a true story. No, I didn't download it from the internet. I didn't hear about it from a friend. I experienced it. Because Amit Madhava is me, Arun Madhav. Listen to us.